Apple has done it again. Every year we expect them to refine the iPhone, make it faster, sharper, maybe slimmer. But the iPhone 17 Air isn't just an upgrade, it feels like a complete reimagining of what a smartphone can be. And honestly, when I first saw it, my brain just went, wait, how is this even possible? This is the thinnest, lightest iPhone Apple has ever created, and when you pick it up, it feels almost unreal, like you're holding a piece of the future. That's why they're calling it the iPhone Air. It practically disappears in your hand. Apple didn't just design a phone here, they designed an experience. The frame is made from aerospace-grade titanium, lighter and tougher than ever, giving you durability without the bulk. Combine that with Apple's new ceramic shield glass that's been enhanced to be even stronger against drops and scratches, and you've got a phone that looks impossibly delicate but feels rock solid. Now let's talk about the first thing that'll blow your mind: the display. Apple calls it the Super Retina XDR promotion display, and yes, it's every bit as ridiculous as it sounds, in the best way. We're talking peak brightness that makes it effortless to use outdoors, richer HDR for movies that look like mini IMAX experiences, and refresh rates so smooth it's almost like the screen is reading your mind before you scroll. The bezels are thinner than ever, basically non-existent. It's like the content just floats in the air, no frame, no borders, just pure immersion. Watching videos, gaming, even just scrolling through your socials, it feels different on this screen. Apple is clearly aiming at that futuristic invisible tech vibe where the hardware disappears and the experience is all that matters. And for the first time, they've brought true adaptive refresh down to the pixel level, so every little animation, every swipe is perfectly fluid while still sipping battery. That means even though the iPhone 17 Air is impossibly slim, it doesn't drain faster than its chunkier cousins. But let's be real, the display isn't the only star here. What's powering it is Apple's brand new A19 Bionic chip. And when Apple says bionic, they mean it. This thing is scary fast. It's built on their latest 2-nanometer process, which basically means they've squeezed billions of transistors into a chip the size of your fingernail. The result? Apps launch instantly, games look console quality, and multitasking feels effortless. You can be editing 4K HDR videos on the go while running background AI processes and the phone doesn't even flinch. And speaking of AI, the iPhone 17 Air leans heavily into it. Apple has introduced what they're calling Apple Intelligence, their own AI suite built right into the system. Think of it as Siri growing up and finally going to college. You can now summarize your emails, edit photos with a tap, or even ask your phone to create custom playlists based on your mood, and it does it instantly, without sending your data to the cloud. That's the kicker. All of this AI magic happens on device, so your privacy stays intact. Apple wants you to feel like the iPhone Air isn't just smart, it's your smart. Now let's address something everyone was worried about when Apple said this phone would be thinner: the battery. Because we've all been there. You get a slim phone, it looks cool, but it dies by lunchtime. Not here. Apple pulled some wizardry with new stacked battery cells that pack more energy into less space. Combine that with the efficiency of the A19 chip and Apple's new adaptive power system, and you're looking at an iPhone that easily lasts all day and then some. Streaming, gaming, GPS, TikTok marathons, it keeps up. And with Apple's new, faster MagSafe charging, you can go from 0 to 50% in under 20 minutes. Wireless charging has also been boosted, so even if you just drop it on a pad for a few minutes, you get hours of use. Cameras. Because let's face it, that's what a lot of people buy iPhones for. Apple didn't hold back here either. The iPhone 17 Air comes with a completely redesigned dual-lens system that punches way above its weight. The main sensor is larger, letting in more light, so night shots look like they were taken in daylight. The ultra-wide lens has sharper detail than ever, and Apple's computational photography has hit a new level. You take the picture, and instantly the phone balances shadows, fixes highlights, and sharpens faces, all without making it look fake. Video, though, is where the iPhone 17 Air really flexes. We're talking 8K recording, stabilized like you're using a gimbal, with Apple's new cinematic zoom that smoothly transitions focus as you move through a scene. You could film an entire short movie on this phone and people wouldn't even believe it was shot on a handheld device. For vloggers and creators, this is a dream. Light enough to carry everywhere, powerful enough to replace bigger gear. And here's a fun detail. Apple has reimagined FaceTime with spatial audio. When you're on a group call, voices sound like they're coming from the part of the screen where the person is talking. It makes video calls feel less like a flat grid, and more like you're in the same room. Pair that with the improved front camera, which now has advanced low-light performance and a wider field of view, and suddenly your calls look and sound like studio quality. So, connectivity has also leveled up. The iPhone 17 Air comes with full support for 5G Advanced, Wi-Fi 7, and Apple's new ultra-wideband Gen 3 chip. Translation downloads are faster, AirDrop is instant, and your phone just feels more responsive in every wireless way. And yes, satellite connectivity is back. Only this time, it's expanded. Before, you could send emergency SOS texts. Now you can actually send short voice notes and even share your location in real time, no cell towers required. Imagine being out hiking or traveling in remote areas. You're not cut off anymore. That's next-level peace of mind. Now, durability is one area people get nervous about with super thin phones, but Apple's not messing around. The iPhone 17 Air is water-resistant, dust-resistant, and surprisingly sturdy. The titanium frame keeps it from bending while the new ceramic glass laughs off scratches that would ruin other phones. It's the kind of device that feels delicate but actually isn't. It's like Apple wrapped future tech in armor without telling anyone. And of course, the software experience ties it all together. iOS 19 comes preloaded, and it's Apple's most refined version yet. Widgets are more interactive, multitasking feels fluid, and the AI integration makes everything smoother. Want to edit a long text into a tweet-length summary? Done. Need the phone to automatically adjust your notifications depending on whether you're working or relaxing? It does that too. The iPhone 17 Air isn't just reactive, it's proactive. It learns your habits and works around you, not the other way around. So who exactly is this phone for? That's the interesting part. On one hand, it's the ultimate everyday iPhone. Thin, light, easy to carry, yet still incredibly powerful. On the other, it's a creator's dream device, packing high-end cameras and AI tools that let you produce content anywhere. And for tech fans, it's just a glimpse of the future in your pocket. Apple is clearly testing how far they can push design without compromise, and the iPhone 17 Air proves they can push pretty far. But here's the thing I keep thinking about. Once you hold this phone, every other phone suddenly feels outdated. It's like when laptops went from thick, clunky machines to razor-thin MacBook Airs. You just knew there was no going back. The iPhone 17 Air might be the start of that same kind of shift for smartphones. It's not just thinner, it's not just lighter. It's a statement that this is the direction phones are heading, and Apple is already there. Now sure, some people will say it's too thin, or that it's missing the raw battery of a Pro Max, or that they prefer chunkier designs, and fair enough, those options still exist. But the iPhone 17 Air isn't trying to compete with every phone. It's trying to be the future. And when you pick it up, when you use it, when you see that display melt into the background while the content shines through, you realize, yeah, this really does feel like the future. So here we are staring at what might just be the most ambitious iPhone yet. Apple didn't just make a thinner iPhone, they made a lighter, smarter, tougher, faster, more creative iPhone, without the trade-offs we thought were inevitable. And that's why the iPhone 17 Air isn't just another step forward, it's a leap.